Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Returning at Home with me. I have Doug in the background. I know you there, Doug.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello, everybody.
I didn't forget about you.
I
Uh,
didn't think you did.
uh, Messing about with this here. So I'll put you back in the background and then
All right.
I'll go back to my screen over here if I can get it. Let's see. Right. That's better. Now you can see me. Because if I got to zoom that camera in and it's right up close. So, welcome along, everyone. It's a bit of a hot one this evening, especially where I am in my workshop. It is currently 79.3 degrees. I'm melting. I've got the fan and all going, and so seeing it's very hot, I going for a wee simple goblet tonight. Uh, no no messing about with color or texture, just straightforward. Uh, so I will let Doug come in here and you can say hello. Hello, Doug.
Hello. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you.
So while I'm over explaining here what I'm going to do, I'll just get you, let's see if I can get that camera now. This is the piece of wood we're going to turn tonight. This is a piece of cherry and it's 8 inches by 2.5 inches thick. Okay, so I will get it turned round around and we'll put one tenon on the headstock end and then we'll get into the chuck. So while I'm doing that, Douglas will tell me who's in and we'll go from there. Okay?
All right. Sounds like a plan. Um, well, that's interesting. I'm looking at the live chat. There it goes. It wasn't giving me all the top of the chat there for a second. So, anyway, we're there now. Good to see everybody. It's been a good couple of weeks. We had our vacation, had a great time, and we're back safe and sound. I'm ready to get back to turning. Uh, in the chat tonight, we have Door 60, some fellow named Paul Finley. I don't know who he might be. Uh, Norman Greenwell is in. Hello, Norman. Pete Twisted Trees. Good evening, Pete. Some crazy guy named Doug Miller. I don't know who he is. I heard he's a mountain troublemaker. Malcolm Douglas is in. Hello, Malcolm. Mike Evans. Hello, Mike. Going right on down the list, Albert Dawson is in. Hello, Al. Good to see you. Todd of Glen Cove Woodworks. Hello, Todd. Old Man River Woodturner. Dale, it's good to see you. Hello, Alien Leader. Wivy Woodshed is in. Hello, Wivy. Wayne the Woodturner. Good to have you in, Wayne. Who else have we got here? So we go right on down the list. Vinny Charlton is in. Hello, Vinny.
So I'm just going to put tenon on this end.
Roger Kent is in. Dr. Bob is in from Ann Arbor today. Hello, Dr. Bob. Haley at Wooden Burl is there. We continue on down the list. Paul Huyton is in. Hello, Paul. And Copper Al has just come in. Hello, Copper. AGK is here. Good to see everybody tonight. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. Just let me know, and I'll be glad to give you a shout out here.
Well, welcome along, everyone. I hope you haven't get a nice weather where you are because it's really warm here.
It's
So
warm here across the U.S. as well.
just bring the tailstock up next to
Tony
that.
Smith has just dropped in. Hello, Tony.
Hello, Tony. Welcome along. Right. Just give it a wee spin, make sure it's okay. That looks all right. So we're just going to do a nice wee goblet. I haven't really decided on size or shape of this. I'll just go with the flow, as to say, and see what happens. Uh,
Robert Boltwood has just dropped in. Hello, Robert. Glad to have you.
all right, we'll take this cup to chop it down a wee bit. It's a wee bit too thick. Okay. Right. I think what I'll do is we'll get the inside hollowed out, and I'll go the cheat route and use the Forstner. Just give me my depth, and there's nothing wrong with using the Forstner bit.
No, not at
It all
all.
achieves the same thing. Just get the wood out, and so I think that's a 35 mil Forstner bit I have in that. Just turn the speed down a wee bit.
Rob the professor has joined us. Hello, Professor.
Hi, Rob. Thank you. Welcome along.
Matt Ibbotson is in. Hello, Matt.
Hi, Matt. So just change cameras. Just take it nicely slowly with your Forstner bit, because it can sometimes be a wee bit grabby. And then again, just retract it. Make sure all the shavings are clear, because you don't want to jam that inside the piece. I've
Not a
managed
good
to
thing
do
when
that
that
once.
not a good thing when that happens.
No. Right. I'll just see what depth's on that before we go any further. Where did I put that? There's there. I'll just see how deep that is. That's about where I want it. Let's see. So the bottom of my is there, so I think that's far enough. So we'll get the rest of this hollowed out using spindle gouge or bull gouge, whatever. Where's my knockout bar?
Jennifer's Crafting Creations has just joined us. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi,
So
Jennifer.
good. So good to have you in.
This being quite a way from the headstock will give a wee bit of vibration. So you want to take it easy when you're hollowing this out, because what you could happen is you get a catch, and the next thing dislodges that, and it's flying around the room at you, and you don't want that, you know. Let's see, spindle gouge. Right, we'll just remove the timber from the front of this here. Just
Raymond
increase the
Ross has
speed a wee
joined
bit.
us. Hello, Raymond. Professor's asked if I had a nice couple of weeks away. Yes, we had a terrific time away. Was just telling a friend of mine earlier. I was not happy that I could not collect some of the wood that I saw. Went to a beach that is just covered with dead trees and wood laying around, and you're not allowed to touch it. So I was quite upset about that. We also went by one of the national parks. Has It's basically the whole park is about a tree. It's called the Angel Oak. Um, one, if not the largest live oak trees that they know about. And this thing is huge. Um, so anyway, yes, we had a great time. Ate a lot of great food. Found an absolute dive of a restaurant that they had a buffet, a seafood buffet, but my wife and I neither one got the buffet. We both just ordered off the menu, saved a good bit of money, and we were both stuffed. Could not eat anything else when we left there. So yes, we had a grand time.
Mhm. Right. Just trying to get the bottom of this. I've come across a lot of people leaving when they drill out with a forcer bit. They seem to forget about the wee hole
Mm.
that leaves on
I
the
was about
mark
to
on the
ask you about
bottom.
that. I was going to ask you about that earlier. You took that into account, didn't you?
So you have to remove it. So I'm just bringing this round the bottom. I'm still doing a lot of squealing, as you expect, with being so far away from the headstock. But you get there in the end if we take it easy. I think it needs just an wee run around the bottom. Yeah.
Matt was saying he felt my pain. He had a car full of kids. They found a stack of logs sitting on the roadside. What a shame. Don't have room. William Kenny has joined us. Hello, William.
Hey,
Glad to
William.
have you.
Right. I'm just going to clean the bottom of that up with round nose scraper. Uh, just raise my tool rest because this is not a negative rake, just normal round nose scraper. So you want to be above center. Just stop on. Whether you feeling that? Right. I've just left myself a. You know that wee button you always get? It's hard to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed to got it anyway. Just need to. Right, that's okay. That's great. So we'll do a wee bit of sand to that. Not going to spend an awful lot of time sanding tonight because it's far too warm. But we'll do as much as we can. Not that it needs a lot of sanding. This cherry is quite nice to turn. Dee, 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 dee.
Cherry does seem to turn nice most of the time, and it sands out so well.
Yeah, I'll try a piece of 180 on that. I think that would have to do that, you know.
James Crawford is in with us tonight. Hello, James.
So just watch you be careful when you're putting your fingers inside a piece like that. If you're not comfortable doing it, get a stick with a bit of Velcro on it and do it that way. But you know, if you're careful enough, you can get it sanded without injuring yourself, you know. So we'll get a wee taste of sand sealer and that. Get a wee bit of kitchen roll here.
Not a whole drink, just a taste.
Just a taste.
Oh,
Oh, Doug, I missed you last week.
oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. You didn't have
I
to explain yourself once.
no, I had silence.
Yes, you were by yourself. I watched some of it, and yes, I saw you were
See
by
when you're
yourself.
used to somebody in the background and then there's nobody talking to you. You're wondering, is there
Hmm.
anybody there? Is there
That's
anybody
right.
there?
That's right. MB Wood turning. Hello, MB. First time to the
Welcome along.
live here. We're glad to have you along. Feel free to ask your questions. We'll be glad to answer.
If
Maybe
we
may
can.
not be a good answer, but we'll answer.
Mightn't be the answer you want, like, but we'll try.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just give it a wee. That's a wee bit wet there. I just want to hit that again with a sandpaper. Just noticed the wee line there as a sand and sealer shows everything up.
It really does. But that's
I
also a
think it.
great chance to look and make sure you've gotten everything as nicely sanded as you want it.
I think it actually was the sand sealer. You know, it left a mark. And
Oh, it could.
let's see what it's like now. Yeah, it looks better than what it was. Yeah, it's gone now. Don't see it now.
Good.
Usually, when you hit it with a sand sealer, it'll show anything up that's not nice and flat and without scratches. That looks okay. Just give that a wee rub. We taste the wax in that. I think I'm going to have to take my tin of wax into the house and put it in the fridge tonight. That's near. It's near melted.
Yeah. Susie, the Swiss wood turner, is in. Hello, Susie.
Hi, Susie. Welcome along. Okay. So, I think I took. What did I do with a revolving center of that? Oh, there's there. And bring the tailstock up. And I'm going to use my wee cone thing I made just to give me a wee bit of stability on that because it's still quite a ways from the headstock. And this will just steady it up a wee bit. That's all it's doing. It's just steadying it. It's not tight on it, you know.
You talking about your wax melting? Lucy was saying she thought she was going to melt this afternoon.
Shocking. We're not used to it here in Northern Ireland.
Right? Right?
Anything over, I think at one stage it was 25 uh,
Mm.
in certain parts of the province. And boy, it was warm. Right. Okay, so we need to remove some of this timber. I'm just going to leave my pencil mark on it for now. I'm just going to work. So the bottom of my wee goblet's about there, so we'll work down a wee bit from that. Remove some of this timber. I'm just using a spindle roughing guide to do that. Got to bring that down now.
All right, just checked my conversion. It says it's 29 Celsius here right now. 27 in Switzerland, Susie says. Very humid. I can imagine.
I'll take a wee bit off that. There's still a good bit of timber there. Don't want to have it too thick around the top of it. Just stop that and have a wee check and see where we are. Yeah, there's still good timber there, so I can take a wee bit more. So it does no harm to take the tailstock away and snap the lathe and check it for thickness. And your fingers will tell it an awful lot. Right, have another we look at that. Right. That's about where I want the top of that. So I need to just clean the face of that up because I haven't done it yet. Just use the spindle gouge.
Robert has said the problem with the heat is we don't get a chance to get used to it. One day it's at 10%, 2 days later it's 25. Yeah, that humidity with the heat, it's jumping around like that is what makes everybody sick. For us, we have that problem in the winter. It'll be very warm one day, and the next day you'll have 6 inches of snow on the ground. Turn right around and have a short sleeve day. It's crazy.
So just finishing the top of this. Okay, so that'll do that. Just stop that. And just gently push that into that. So if you go really thin on the goblet itself, you just have to watch the pressure you put on that with your tailstock. You don't crack it. And you'll soon know if you crack it because it'll go. Right. I want to put a wee bit of shape into this. So change the cameras for you. That's fine. just want to stop. I just want to make sure I don't go in too far. Oh, good job! I checked that. I'm right on. I'm right here. So if I had a can taken an hour cut off that, I would have been through it. So
Mm,
it's good to check these things.
it really is.
That's okay. We just change the shape now. I'm working into the actual stem. Just blend that in. I'll just remove some of that timber with a roughing gouge. And I think about goblets when you're doing the stem, take it down gradually. Don't take it all down and remove all the timber at once.
Mm-mm-mm. Susie's saying they're having 2 days of 27, and then it's going to get hotter. Todd turned around and said, "That's our overnight low," and I understand that. We were at the beach for the last week or so, and the lows were right around 80, 83 in that area, lower 80s. Um, but we had the ocean breezes, and so it was quite comfortable the entire week.
Okay, so we'll sand that up.
'Jennifer reminding everybody, get the thumbs up. That's a great reminder. Thank you, Susie or Jennifer.
Just stop it and check it for any bad marks on it. Maybe blemish there. Before we move on to the next grit. So this is a piece of 120. $180. 240.
Ah, good reminder, William. William says, anyone not subscribed, please consider doing so. Yes. subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you see every time Paul is about to go on.
I will say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to me. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate that. It's the C20, so I just want to go to the 400.
Dr. Bob is saying he feels bad for the folks at Disney World there in Florida. It's been averaging in the 100s.
Oh, that's far too warm.
Far too warm, yes. Andy the Valley Woodturner has joined us. Hello, Andy. Good to have
Hi,
you
Andy.
along. Yeah, far too warm when it's in the hundreds like that. Hmm. Dale said their heat index has been near 100 for the last several weeks, but today it cooled off. It was in the 70s today, and he was able to get his lawn mowed. That's great. I'm glad you had some lawn to mow. We've been gone for 10 days, I think it was. And I was looking today, mine could use cutting, but it barely. I would have thought after 10 days it'd be desperate.
So just a wee bit of Yorkshire grit here, just to smooth any wee faint lines. And then just remove any excess, yeah, with your clean piece of cloth. So when it stops coming off on the cloth, you know you've got all the excess Yorkshire grit off, and you can apply your finish then. So just get rid of that out of the way. And get the lid. There's my cloth. It's actually dripping wax.
Yeah.
Oh. So we'll just buff that off. Should really give that a couple of minutes to dry in, but I don't think it's going to dry in here tonight. It's too warm. So turn the speed up, and you want to just move it back and forward. You don't want to put any pressure on it, or you'll start heating the wax up again and melting it, and you end up with big streaks. Just keep the paper moving, and you can apply as many coats as you want. But for tonight, I'm just going to apply the one coat. Right, let's see what that's like. Yeah, that's nice. Right, we're going to carry on with the stem now. Stem thickness is entirely preference, your own preference. Do you like the thick stem or thin stem? or do you really push the boat out and try and get as thin as you want, can, you know? And sometimes it can work when you're on your own in your workshop and you're doodling away and just take wee cuts in here, and you sometimes you can get it really thin. But if we do
Absolutely.
get if we do get a catch, more or less you're going to break it, you know. So it's just personal preference. So we'll remove some of the more of this timber here with the spindle roughing gouge. Just make sure that tail stack is just snug. We don't want it tight.
Todd
Just
says go for a 3 millimeter stem, Paul.
3 millimeter, Todd. Ah,
That's what he said. That'd be pretty thin.
just need to fix that transition from the top. Just take a wee bit more cross angle on that.
And I'm just
Okay.
sitting while you're doing that. I'm sitting here thinking about somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 millimeter. Generally, is probably more than thin enough, even for a very artistic kind of a goblet. If you want to get crazy, get them down to 3, like Todd was talking, or 2. Um, and it really is. It's kind of silly, but it's a great exercise to see if you can
I
uh,
think you can get it.
concentrate. Yeah, see, can you concentrate that long to do the entire thing? And the longer you make it, the more concentration it takes. Um, in fact, I would contend if you're going that small, you instead of putting pressure into the cup, you need to put some tension and pull it to pull the cup, which means you need it in a good set of jaws that'll hold it good and tight. Um, that or I just saw a video using a string steady in the tail center. It doesn't spin; just uses like a wax string that you wrap around the end. So that could work as well.
Okay. So that'd be close enough to 3 mil, you know.
Curious about 6. Is that what you got? 7?
6.
6?
Hey,
Ah,
6.
helps that I was just looking at the tape measure. Yeah, Dr. Bob was talking about their underwater restoration right now. So if they water their lawns, it has to be done after dark to keep down the humidity as well as the evaporation. Um, South Georgia, North Florida, they were under same kind of thing. fact, they're restricted what days they can water their lawn, depending on where their main sailing outlet is.
So just removing some waste timber, and then we can concentrate on bringing that down. So using the skew chisel, just be careful. You don't put too much pressure on it. Right, we'll sand that wee bit up. That's coming in nicely. Don't want to tempt bait. I'll just go what I have there. I think it's close to 5 mil. I'll take a wee bit more off it there, but the sanding will take another wee millimeter off it too. So you want to finish the sanding as you go, because when you get to the bottom, you're not going to be able to go really back on it and do any touch ups you want. So it's better to finish it as you go.
Really like that detail you've got there just below the cup, Paul. It looks
Yeah.
great.
Sometimes it's hard to figure out what the shape to go with
Mm-hmm.
at times.
Yeah, but really just any kind of a detail to make a separation between the stem and the cup, as well as the stem and the base.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's an important thing that a lot of times we forget to do. We just have the cup just go in straight into the stem and then straight into the base as well. Dr. Bob was reminding us that there in Detroit they have no water restrictions because their water, a lot of their water comes out of the Great Lakes, which is the largest source of fresh water. In fact, 82% of the world's supply of bottled water comes from there. It's the rest of it comes out of New York City tap. Just joking. But there was one several years ago that they found it was labeled as a spring water, and they found that somebody was pouring it out of a tap in New York City. So yeah, it wasn't much of a spring.
And selling it in the spring water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did have to go out of business once it was found out, but how long did they get away with it? You know?
Yeah. Okay. So before going any further, I just want to give myself a wee bit more security at the top of this by rubbing a wee bit of tape around it. Even
Mm-hmm.
though this is just sitting here, uh, what I don't want is it catching on itself because there's not a lot of force on that. So this will just hold it to together. And that's all it's doing. It'll give that a wee bit of more pressure. See, you can turn that and there's a wee bit of wobble on it. So anything you can do to keep it together. That means when you slow the lathe down, it should that slow down. It's all going to slow down the gear. It's not going to stop. Well, that's the theory. Where it works or not, you know. But you do everything you can. So we need to reduce this a wee bit more. Or bring our spindle rougher gouge again. So a good idea at this stage to mark your foot, where your foot is going to be. If
Mm-hmm.
I can find my uh, parting tool. Okay, so that's the bottom of my foot there. So go past that. And you want to reduce the diameter of your base. Now you don't want it too small or the thing won't sit up. It'll keep falling over. So you want to, right, we'll try and bring this down. We'll just increase the speed here. Just take it nice and slow.
Yeah, we talked a little earlier about keeping concentration, keeping patience with something like this as well. That thin stem, you could gouge into it pretty easily, um, regardless of what tool you use.
Just a wee bump there. come back a wee bit onto the stem, just lightly go over.
Hmm.
I think the rest will go away with sandpaper.
Good. Good bit of chat about the protesters and the orange paint on everything. That just sounds nutty to me.
What's this? I've never heard that.
Oh, you haven't heard about it? So
No.
you're in the dark as much as I am then. Apparently they sprayed some orange paint on some rocks and on a building in Cambridge.
Right.
Um,
I
couple of
don't watch a
women,
lot of news. I don't watch the news at all.
yeah, a couple of folks have been arrested because of it, as they should be. Apparently the apparently the paint they used was a water soluble something, so washed off with the rain, and that's a good thing. Oh, Stonehenge, some rocks, yeah, okay, yeah.
All right,
Well, see, I
Stonehenge.
didn't read it all,
Oh,
Matt. I didn't read it all. It's
the
Stonehenge,
big rocks. There's a place
big
where the big
rocks.
rocks are.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
What was that? Let's see. That was 180.
One of these days, I'm going to get down. I'd like to do more traveling across the country. I want to see where somebody has not well, sort of imitated Stonehenge. They've planted Cadillacs in the ground. I want to see that.
Oh yeah, I heard that about that. Now
Yeah,
I've seen pictures of that.
planted the nose of the Cadillacs into the ground. Yeah, you're right. Todd said it's like calling the Grand Canyon a big hole. You're exactly right, Todd. But I didn't see that it was Stonehenge a while ago. I just saw rocks. Is all I saw. Yeah, Amarillo. I couldn't think what town it was. I thought I remembered it being in Texas. Yeah, outside of Amarillo, Texas. Planted the Cadillacs into the ground, sticking up in a circle, kind of like Stonehenge. I think Stonehenge might be just a little older than this Cadillac deal. What's the name of that, Todd? Do you know? Yeah, and everybody paints the Cadillacs. Yeah, you take your own spray paint and
Yeah.
put a little spray on it. Robert, you're probably right. Robert said he didn't think they're doing their cause any good, and he's probably exactly right. Cadillac Ranch, that's it, Todd. I think you're right. Pretty even?
Yeah, I'm just checking because I took a good wee bit off there with sandpaper
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
what that is. I would say I'm close to 4 mil.
Okay.
That's as far as I'm going with it.
Go
four
ahead.
mil.
Take 2 more mil off of there.
Oh no, no. It'll be wobbling all over the place.
Well,
Right.
you get
So,
much thinner, it's hard to get it started again when you
right,
stop like that.
when you get down to this part here, you want to make your transition into the bottom, so it's you have a wee bit of timber here, so you can play around with it.
Oh, Todd was saying their Cadillacs are in a row instead of in a circle. I always thought they were in a circle. Okay. Long I-40. I know I-40, but not the Texas
You bit
part of
more
it.
off that. Just took a wee bit more off the bottom of that, just to reduce the width of it. Um, That's my partner. Good. So
Hmm.
Just make it a wee bit fancy at the bottom.
All right. Todd was thinking there might be a car hinge. It is, and he found it as well. It's in Nebraska. Car hinge. Just Americans have nothing better to do. Yes, Lucy, look it up. Google it. Just one word like the way Todd has it, and I think you'll find it interesting. It's the Nebraska answer to Stonehenge. Oh mercy! Everybody's got to get their 15 minutes of fame, right? Ah, so Cadillac Ranch is listed as an art installation. That's interesting. And then that's in Amarillo, Texas, and then Carhenge outside of Nebraska. Or let's see, what's the town? I just saw it. Well, in Nebraska anyway, is Carhenge. Car art sculptures, a gift shop, and you can even order online from their gift shop. mm, funny stuff. Alliance. Thank you, Todd.
Let's put that back. Just a wee scraper here to bring that round. I was digging into it with a spindle gouge all the time just to try and get that nice arc around the bottom.
Hmm.
Just a wee lump there.
Great detail. Great detail. Yeah, Dale has said Nebraska was a boring state. It's flat as a pancake as you drive through it. And I can understand that there are several spots across our country that is just as flat as a floor. Terrible.
Just wanna move this in a wee bit closer here.
Todd, Todd's bringing up all the oddball stuff. There's the world's largest ball of twine outside of Cocker City, Kansas. Um, yes, he's not kidding either. It's a massive. There's also a ball of rubber band somewhere. Great big thing. We're talking about many, many feet in diameter. Huge. There are oddities everywhere, I guess. Um, it's just a matter of taking the time to hunt them down.
Yeah, right. I think I'm going to sound that.
Mal- Malcolm's getting into it now. He said, "Now Todd is stringing us along." That sounds like a Zed joke there. Oh me.
Oh dear. Right, I'll get the bottom of this sanded.
Bob is exactly right. He said if you could put Texas in Alaska, you could do it twice, plus Florida as well. You're exactly right. Alaska is a massive, massive state. Very interesting place too. Alaska is one of those places I said if I ever got to go visit, I may not come home. Yeah.
Right, that's the sanding done. Where's that? Oh, turn that bracket off. Turn that down a bit. Yeah, it's a bit of a wee taste of Yorkshire grit now. Give it a wee rub. Turn that sweet down a bit. Just rub that into that.
Yes, Lucy. All of our Lucy asked the question: do the states have counties within them? And yes, we do. All of each state has numerous counties.
Just remove any excess from the Yorkshire grit. And we'll give that a wee wipe with that's wrong one. Wrong tin, Paul. Very near to put the Yorkshire grit on again. So give that a wee
A little liquid wax there.
liquid wax. That's what it is in a tin.
Sure.
Uh, I'll have to get into the fridge before it disintegrates any further.
Dale is saying that in New York State, where he lives, they have a county that's larger than the state of Rhode Island. I'm not sure. I think we do here in Kentucky as well. Rhode Island's a pretty tiny state.
Right. Now we're going to part this off. I just want to undo that tape at this stage because once I get it down thin, I'll want to grab on that, and the chances of it breaking the stem is very high. Right. Where's my parting tool?
Do
Parting
you want to
tool.
take just a little bit of pressure off the tailstock?
Right. I just want to undercut that slightly. Just slow the lathe down a wee bit. It's just going a wee bit too fast there. Got it down to about 800 RPM. And just nibble away at that. I might even cut that off. Yeah, I think I'll just cut that off
Good.
yesterday.
Good. I was holding my breath for you there for a minute.
Let's see if I can find my wee saw. And I can't find my wee saw, so I'll use the next best thing. I like this.
Yeah.
Hacksaw
Lucy,
does
that
the
would
job.
Lucy, that would be a great idea. She says she needs to win the lottery so she can visit all the U.S. states.
Oh, 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 I'm sort of stuck. Oh, there.
There you go.
All right. Where's my piece of kitchen tar? Just give that a wipe. We'll get the green nub later on. I just want to give a shed view facing me. That'll probably be too big. I don't want to bring our camera down a bit.
Good for you, Todd. Very few people have been to all 50 states. Todd got there by the time he was 52. That's great.
There we are. That's the tonight's wee project. We next wee goblet. Where are we? Next wee goblet.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's made from cherry. Just needs a wee bit of cleaning up on the bottom, but and you can see it's just big enough for to hold the top. It's not too heavy. You know, it's just wee round bottom on it. So you could push yourself and try and get it thinner, but you want to do that when you're on your own. You know, uh, why tempt fate when everybody's watching you? You know, do it when you're on your own, and then you can say, "Oh, I got that down to 2 mil," and we had some lovely pieces in our club in our big cabinet. Uh, some of the turners are turned, it's been, and you want to see this pieces really thin. You know, I don't know how
hmm
they're staying together. You know, but it was before my time, before joining the club. But they've been there and they turned those on the day, and hands hands off to them. Like they've done a really good job. You know. So there you are, guys. Wee
Lots of
cherry
nice
goblet.
comments.
Okay, and I hope you're all able to sleep at night because of the hot weather. I know it's unless you've got air conditioning, it's wild, warm trying to get a sleep when it's warm like that.
Mm,
Because the I don't know about you, I have a brick house and the sun's been beaming on it all day, so it's like a big radiator. It just sucks the
hmm
heat in, so it radiates the heat out at night, and you're sitting going, can't breathe, can't do anything, you know. So
Sure.
there you are. Thanks
Beautiful.
very much. Thanks very much,
Lots of lots of
everyone,
good
for coming
comments
in.
there.
And
So
I'm going to jump in the shower in a minute because I'm sweating like a road hog. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming in and joining me this evening. Just a quick wee goblet. Uh, it's really too warm to be in the shed doing anything, you know. So I will bring Doug in, and he can say cheerio. Where is he?
Well,
Where
I'm right
am
here. I've been here the whole time.
There we are. And where's me? Hey, bring me back.
There you
Uh,
are.
I'm lost you. There, there we are.
We're both
So
on. There you go.
thanks very much, guys, for coming in. And
Excellent job today, Paul. Excellent.
yeah,
Tomorrow
so
night we'll be doing a holoform tomorrow. So we'll see how
uh,
that goes.
well, I'm actually demoing at my local club tomorrow
Yeah.
night. That's the last one of the season. We stop for summer break
Okay.
tomorrow evening until September, and I have a privilege to doing the demo tomorrow night. So I still don't know what I'm doing. Like, anyway, guys, thanks very much for coming in and
Hey, you
joining
just
me.
practiced a goblet. You could do a goblet tomorrow night.
I don't want to do it because Big Matt, he's on there. He's already seen it, you know. Uh, so thanks very much, everybody. Bye.
Bye bye.